I'm about to show you guys one of the most ridiculous Counter-Strike matches of all time between Imperial Female, the #1 female team in the world, and Navi, who are currently HLTV ranked #3 in the world, versus the #1 female team. And this went like nobody would expect. Now, the pistol round made things seem kind of bad. Imperial Female got absolutely crushed here, but throughout this match, you're going to see some of the most insane individual performances and just flat out calling Navi by this Imperial Female team. So let's get into it. Stop what you're doing immediately, because Skin Swap is giving you guys a free CS2 skin worth up to $150. Skin Swap is a trading site where you could also buy, trade, or even sell your skins for instant cash for methods including Venmo, PayPal, and crypto. All you gotta do is click that link at the top of the description or type code incompetent and start by getting your free skin today. Now, I'm gonna skip ahead in this match quite a bit because there's a lot of areas we could skip through. These are just the highlights, but something you're gonna constantly see from this Imperial Female team is just flat out running at Navi. You could see here, it actually didn't work out too badly. Navi just had 3 people towards B at the beginning because it was anti-eco. Even though Imperial Female forced into this, brought it to a 2v2 actually and nearly won this round. Brought it into a 1v1 at the end, but Jail, hate to spoil it, is unfortunately going to win this round. But as you can see, he's letting out a breath there, and Imperial Female are already making these rounds close. Now, 0-3 here, and they're just going to run it through B again. Now, a lot of these rounds on Ancient, you're going to see Navi with 2 people towards mid. It's pretty standard to just take mid. Whether Imperial Female realize this or not, or they just want to run them down B, whatever works, this worked out pretty well. They get the entries here, but you know, this is where the individual performance comes out. Zaz, I believe, is 32, 33 years old. She's been playing since CS 1.6 before I was even born and just owning people. She's essentially the female, I don't even know who you want to call her, like Donk. She almost ace clutches here. And even though Imperial Female don't pick up this round, it just is a show of individual performance and how close they're making all of these rounds. And this is going to come into a huge play, as we'll see with the final scores of these 2 maps. Another thing is we could already see JL is just absolutely stressing, and you're going to see on a lot of Navi's players' faces, they are stressed throughout this match, especially the later we get into it. So here we're going to see some mid aggression for Navi, and they're going to go all the way through mid, so this is looking like a rough round for Imperial, but they are going to absolutely bring it back. Even with Navi having full mid control here, the T's pretty much around towards spawn, you're going to see Zaz just walk through a smoke here, catch some timing, get the kill over towards B again. You're going to see Ana, who is just sitting back in the spawn waiting for pushes, and they handle this perfectly. They know Navi's kind of overextended because they have huge map control and they're just going to be walking around, so they kind of change the pace, get their picks, and then they walk over towards A. Now, Wonderful, for whatever reason, isn't ready for that peak because they could be all the way through backhaul. Once again, kind of just relating to them taking this round so slowly. He's going to find one pick. 23, who's another player you're going to see absolutely owning on this Ancient map, finds a kill. And they get the plant over towards B, actually, so they're just all over the place during this round. And they don't even realize it's B yet. So the pincer is going to come in, and the kills are going to come out for Imperial Female as they pick up their first round. And this is going to be pretty much a start of something special. So first round for Imperial Female, we're going to see a lot of aggression for Navi over towards B again. They're going to find the entry. They actually barely have any money this round. They're on 3 Deagles, a FAMAS, and MP9 because Imperial Female has been getting so many kills over towards them. Besides on pistol round, they were just owning them beyond that. Gonna play a little bit slower, but I mean, once again, you're playing against the #3 team in the world. Those Deagles are still gonna own you at times, but they still make things look good, and they still make their team look like absolute contenders, even though I think they're technically ranked like 120th in the world, which isn't actually that bad. But against Navi, #3, 5 players that have been tier 1 players for a long time, it's insane to see how well they did. So they're just going to group up again. Unfortunately, it is a 2v4 going into this round, but they're going to play it pretty well. About 50 seconds left. Navi obviously playing this a lot more passively. I think she barely slips through without whoever's at mid seeing her. Yeah, definitely. So they're going to group up towards Cave, play this really well. You've got Jail. I mean, this should be a round 1 for Navi. It's a 4v2. They're in perfect positions. Jail is not able to find the first pick. And Tori, with her nade out, has her teammate behind her in 23, who finds the second entry. They play it perfectly, they use their nades, and now Navi are completely locked out of this round with 2 pistols. They can't get in, they're standing in mollies, even with the flank. Instant headshot and follow through from 23, and they're going to win their second round, Imperial female against a prime Navi team. And the round is won by Imperial female. They look very happy. They are very excited throughout this entire match. Pretty much anytime they're on the face cam, they're smiling or laughing. So, here we go. Here's another round from Imperial female. The last round was a full eco from Navi, so they didn't even bother showing it, but it's 4-3 now, and a complete change of pace again. They just run out A. Switch from B to A. I assume they know there's only going to be one person A. Just run out, group up together, and you have Zaz just sitting back. Oh, she whiffed that kill. But you have Zaz sitting back mid, and that's one thing you're going to constantly see throughout this map, is she's going to be late walking mid a lot of these rounds and finding tons of kills. She did it twice already. Well, once already, she should have got that kill, but those whiffs are not something you're going to see often, to be honest. You'll see the Imperial female players getting caught out, kind of looking in the wrong direction at times, which later on is going to cost them a couple rounds, just not being ready for certain stuff, but you are not really going to see consistent whiffs, and that's one of the things that just, if they could just be 10% better at like looking in the right spots at certain times, they would win a lot of these rounds and easily pick up some of these maps. So we're going to see another fast A hit again. Opshot is not able to come out. You've got two players towards A already. Another player rotating through mid. And by the way, it's 4-4 now, guys. So they're really bringing it to Navi already. And what looks like a good ATK here is already going on. And you've got Zaz once again sitting back mid, finding an instant headshot on Lexi B. I don't know if we'll see the replay, but there was a very nice shot over towards Lexi B with that late mid walk. And they don't force the issue over towards A. It's absolutely perfect. They have 55 seconds left. Zaz is just the absolute linchpin at mid, just holding off all the rotates, making sure the CTs can't come shelf. It is perfectly played by Imperial female. They're not only out-calling Navi at this current point in the game, but they're beating them in gunfights, beating them positionally. It's really incredible to see. And of course, we've got a 4v2 here. Ima's trying to find anything. He does find the first pick. It's still going to be a hard round, though, because, I mean, well, there is only 20 seconds left, but that's most going to make it pretty much impossible for him to find anything. And if 23 didn't find that kill, Zaz is already behind, as I get an Adobe Creative Cloud notification. Zaz is, bro, please. Zaz is already behind flanking, ready to get that kill. Just an absolute, just dominating at mid and doing exactly what you should be at mid, holding off the rotates and just making them look at you. Good trades come out, and Imperial female is ahead. So here we go. We've got Imperial female with the lead against Navi. If Navi loses this round, they have very little money. They'll be half buying at best into the next round. Gonna see some mid control again. And unfortunately, that's another one of the things that I was talking about earlier, where they're caught looking in the wrong directions a lot of these times. It's super, whoa, whoa. It's super unfortunate because I think a lot of these rounds could have gone their way if they just find one more kill. But still, individually, performance-wise, they're not doing bad at all. You've got them putting in work like this. No trade to come out from Navi, and they're making all these rounds extremely close. Like, that could have been a one round easily. That could completely change the pace of the game because Navi would be broke after this round. But now they made it a bit hard by losing that round. But still, huge eco damage. You could see Navi, as we get a pot noodle ad, are on 2 MP9s and FAMAS. So this, they're making it hard for Navi. They're going to try to go mid this round, which I don't love because I think just running up A and B were working for them. They probably know Navi have low money going into this, which I guess is why they tried mid, but it just didn't work out this round, unfortunately. By the way, just to show how individually good these players are playing and how like on par with tier 1 players they're playing at this current point, here's Ana. Like, I actually wasn't watching this game the first couple of rounds because I didn't even realize it was going on, but here's just, she probably dies here. Yeah, here's how well they're playing against Navi. Just getting these kills is keeping the money so low on Navi, and unfortunately, see, they still have an MP9. I don't think they've had 5 rifles, maybe even one of these rounds. It's crazy, but they go fast B here again. Or actually, no, they don't. They even faked me out. They're faking the fast B and going A. But still, it's like, I think they played this match pretty well. They don't win it. I'm sure you guys have seen the results. There's another Zazlurk, by the way, that's just been owning Navi the whole half. It's absolutely ridiculous how good the Zazlurk is. If somebody's Zazlurking in a pug, it's like, I would be losing my mind because she's just playing it perfectly. The only thing that was unfortunate for Imperial on that T half is kind of looking in the wrong spots at times, which isn't a huge issue because they kind of changed the pace a lot, and Navi's able to take advantage of that. But individually, they did fine. The strat calling was great. The Zaz lurk was great. They had a couple of good. They had that one good 2v4. It worked out pretty well. They just weren't able to get the entries into sight sometimes. So here we go from Navi. They just do the normal, I guess, B take that you see all the time. And it's pretty hard to hold because, I mean, you're playing against Navi. There's not a lot of teams in the world that could hold against this. But here's the thing. Like Navi does strange things at times during this match. Like, jumping through that smoke, it's kind of grief, to be completely honest with you. And they do some stuff on Mirage as well that you guys are going to definitely say are kind of questionable. Cat's going to try and stick that defuse with the kid. Does JL know? Oh my god. Like, once again, I didn't watch the beginning of this match. I don't even remember this happening, but they are giving it to Navi, dude. They aren't making... If you, like, blurred out all the names on the Imperial female team, you would think this is a tier 1 team, the way they're playing. So here we go. Imperial females brought it back again. And this is one of those rounds, again, I remember watching this, that they do get caught out, unfortunately. Cat's able to find the trade, but they're getting absolutely overwhelmed just because of a simple timing that went wrong. One player looking the wrong way, it gives Navi the entry, and of course they take advantage of it. And another thing, by the way, is that Navi didn't have money going into this round, so Imperial female once again had the advantage. They have the advantage at 7-7 against Navi. They've kept them broke essentially this whole game. They haven't given them like anything to work with, I guess. And I think if they were playing, I mean, probably a top 10 team, not a top 3 team like Navi, they could have very easily won this game. Just because I think the Navi players individually are obviously absolutely incredible. That's something you're going to see on Mirage as well. But these unfortunate kind of anti-eco rounds and lost gunfights, it kind of were the end of Imperial female throughout this first map. But they did an incredible job. And yeah, this is kind of all I'm going to show for the first map. Unfortunately, things once again did kind of crumble here. Really good mid takes from Navi, and Imperial female was just not able to hold against it. But let's get down to Mirage, where things are equally as crazy. Also, here's the stats for the first map of the game, Ancient. Obviously, the Navi players did incredibly well. 23 put up a really good performance. Zaz surprisingly only went 11 and 19 with all of those lurk kills. So I think if you have Zaz, Tori, and Ana doing maybe like 20% better, they could easily get 10 rounds at the bare minimum. I think that's very easy to say, and they very easily could have brought that to overtime or even won that map. It was just an unfortunate few rounds that caused them to lose that map. They got 7 rounds. So here we go from Navi. Just some normal stuff from them, some ace smokes, run out day. Imperial female, I believe, were stacked towards B. They just expected a pretty simple strat from Navi, and Navi did it. It was just on the other side of the map. So now, a very interesting way to play this from Imperial female. They clear all the way through CT. 3 players towards bench from Navi here. They clear all the way through CT, and Imperial female just aren't there yet. So now they're going to flood out CT. There's going to be some crazy gunfights going on. Bit, who you're going to see a lot of in this map, finds 4. And they cut the cameras even though the round isn't over, but the round does go to Navi. So now we're going to see the first rifle round for Imperial female. You're also going to note on just round 3, they have an op on Ana already, so they really opted to, try and get that on her. Very good. Already the initial kills are going for Imperial female. Zaz finding a kill actually towards A ramp, and the mid kill coming out as well with that op. Obviously great to have it on round 3 when you're mostly going to be against Galils. And I mean, it's just good from Imperial female. Nothing really to even talk about here. They're just winning all the gunfights, playing it super well. Unfortunately, a whiff over towards Cat. Cat whiffing on Cat. You know what it is. And they might actually lose this round. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't remember what happens. This is just Navi being Navi and just perfectly playing together. Tori actually does find the kill. Does he know she's towards market? I don't remember, and I watched this round. Time's ticking down. That's another kind of unfortunate thing you're going to see with Imperial female. When time gets low, or the bomb gets planted, they kind of take too much time to do things. Obviously, they lost the gunfights there, but that was over towards Ancient as well. A lot of time, they're just taking too much time, and then they're forced to run in, and you're playing against some of the best aimers in the world. You can't really get away with it, unfortunately. So now here we go. 4-0 for Navi. It's looking like another rough start for Imperial female. They are not able to get these early kills, but Ana is opping. 23 should have at least got a kill there. Very unfortunate, but This is another round we're going to see Imperial female really just make some good decisions. The CT swing comes out. Cat's able to get that kill close already. Zaz finds a kill God knows where, but the gunfights are really just coming out. Zaz left click button stopped working, but it's okay. The 2v2 is here. The crouch up works perfectly. And the swing with the USP works perfectly as well. So it works for Imperial female. They get their first round on the board, first rifle round gone well. The other rounds actually, or the first rifle round rather, went fine. Things were going pretty well. Navi just got an insane clutch. So once again, they're putting in good work. They just unfortunately lose to the ridiculous aimers on Navi. So now we're going to see a B pop. We've only got one player towards B with Imperial female. Throwing an interesting flash. I don't think I've ever seen that flash before, to be honest with you guys. Not able to find a kill from it because Navi are somehow up cat as well with just 30 seconds left. So this round essentially looks impossible for Imperial female. And it is. Let me cut myself off for a second and just show you guys a ridiculous other thing that I forgot to mention. Before I forget to mention this, Zaz moves and shoots. She does this consistently. With the M4, she'll like wiggle back and forth when she moves, except when she's low on bullets. Like when she's close, she'll wiggle back and forth or just wide swing. The first like 4 bullets are inaccurate, and then she'll shoot. And Navi, throughout this entire map of Mirage, I hope they show it again. She's such a good aimer, by the way. A couple of times on Mirage, she'll be wiggling back and forth and just owning Navi players. And you'll see their face cam reactions. They're like, what the hell is this? I've never seen anybody do this in my life, but somehow Zaz makes it work. And here's a Navi player reaction, by the way. This is what happens when people jiggle back and left and forth with the A1S when you shoot them. It's just ridiculous. This is like, I don't know. I would hate to be playing against Navi because of how good of players they are. Good kill from Zaz again. Just running and shooting with the 5.7, obviously, it's a bit more better, but they're sticking it to Navi again. They're making all of these rounds close, even though this isn't even a force buy, actually. This is just a half buy. And you got the 3v2 for Navi here. I don't believe he clears Cat until late. And this is another one of those situations where this is not a great spot to be. Navi essentially walked his clock down for a minute, so they could be anywhere. Obviously, it's kind of hard to say where you want to be as a B player here. In market would be great, but up cat here, Navi just make the good decision to walk up calm with 20 seconds left, which is crazy. So can't fault on it too much. It's just an unfortunate spot to be in. It's very good that they have a player over towards stairs who Bit actually shot at twice and heard the shots go off. Finds a kill, but Cat over towards Jean. Just watch, guys. Just watch. It's disrespectful. It's disgusting. Just look, dude. It's insane. That's not against an AK. That's against a posted-up op of one of the best oppers in the world. Just not only hit the stairs headshot on the person. Oh, my God. It makes me sick, dude. These players, dude, we need to see them more. Tournaments need to invite them out more because this is very clearly not a fluke. They're putting in the individual performance. It's crazy. And I don't know why this skipped 2 rounds, but it's 5-4 now for Imperial. We're going to see a late, or I guess a slow sort of mid-take from Navi here. So let's see how Imperial female handle it. Get in. Look, there it is. There it is. Did you see it? Run it back. Look at this. Run in front of the top con molly. Jiggle back and forth with the M4. She got hit for 40. But how do you headshot that? How do you kill that? And then she kills this. The cat player doesn't even kill cat on cat. Does not kill the cat player. Zaz kills him too. It's ridiculous. It's insane. Zaz might be my new favorite player. The way she plays is just ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. But here's Bit. That was a spray transfer, by the way. They'll show the replay of it. I hope it's on this video. But this, I don't want to. I'm not gonna spoil how many kills Bit drops this map. But once again, it's one of the reasons why I said this game was only 2 maps, so I could spoil that. Navi win this map, but Bit going absolutely ridiculous is one of the big reasons for it. There's a great peek from Tori, and here it is. Just a flat-out 1 gunfight from Imperial female. One of the many times in a 1v1 or a clutch situation or just any round you're going to see them owning in a one-on-one gunfight. But here's another really unfortunate round. Navi on a half buy. They just run out, and I'm pretty sure they win this round. Zaz gets another kill over towards mid, but they just overwhelm. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that Imperial just some of their setups seem weird sometimes. Like, they kind of just aren't ready for these rushes, and I feel like they should be. It's kind of hard to say since this is only a highlight video. I couldn't see where the nades came out at the beginning of the round, but or just where the players really were. But it's unfortunate because it's happened a bunch of times, and if they don't lose these rounds, not only do they have more rounds on the board, but they've got Navi having really garbage money. And at least like a round or two more in the half, which obviously could lead to 3 more rounds, bring it to 10 rounds, and they could just easily bring this game home. So, either way, it's 6-5 now. Imperial Female still making this a very competitive game. So now we're seeing a really fast round from Navi, which is, once again, they don't even expect the players up cat. It's a minute 37 left in the round. The round has barely even started. They're already up cat, just killing you from bench. And Imperial Female just aren't ready for it. And I think Navi really started to pick up on this, and they're kind of just running at them because it seemed to be the thing that works. Playing slow, Imperial Female were just absolutely owning. And their CT side was looking great on Ancient. On Mirage, not so much. There's the Zaz just left-right peek. She still does 75 damage with it. I wonder if she's doing it simply because she's playing against Navi and they're such good aimers, but either way, it pretty much worked every single time, except that gunfight. It's crazy. This is where the disrespect comes out, and this is where Navi's kind of trolling. Wonderful. I'm pretty sure he's the guy that got degged when he was hopping on default that one round where she 1v2'd. I don't even remember who it was, but she 1v2'd. He's going to try and knife the window. It doesn't work. Imperial Female just absolutely owning. I can't believe he did that, to be honest with you guys. That'll maybe work on a rifle round where the person's way slower with the rifle, but even that, you got to get pretty lucky to get away with that. And here we go for Imperial Female, running down the cat player. It's a 1v3. You got Bit with the dualies. Bit, once again, who was owning this whole match. But Tori is holding an abs for her teammate planning. It works out absolutely perfectly. Good. They play really well when there's only 2 people alive. The 2v4 on Ancient, he's very stressed out, as you can see a lot of times in Navi face cams. But they play really good in these clutch situations. Good kill over towards A. It allows the com player and Zaz to just run up. But once again, you have Bit, who you're going to see in the kill feed pretty much 2 times over, bare minimum, every single round. He's just a ridiculous A player if you could just see this whole game. Tori finds a kill, and now they're once again in a 2v2. Now the bomb is still down ramp, and this is actually played ridiculously well from Imperial Female. She sits underpass for a ridiculously long time, but I think Alexi B stays here pretty much the whole time. It's already been 10 seconds. She's just looking towards window, and you're finally starting to see this player, who is Bit, just walking into the window. She knows what's going to happen. It's been 20 seconds at this point. She moves around a little bit, but still holding the angle, but it's Bit, and he just kills you. She knew that window peak was coming eventually, but it's Bit. He's just able to kill you. It's insane. So I think even in this 2v2, it's really well played by Imperial Female, and it was just an unfortunate gunfight that went wrong there, which honestly wasn't even the main reason they lost these games. They lost these games because Navi, like 2 rounds in each game, were just able to run them down. And if Imperial Female can fix that, they're just completely set. But here we go. Round's not over. Round is over. My bad. 23 dies. And it is now 10-6, unfortunately. Now, here's a mid-fight round from Imperial Female. They're just going to get a random spam kill over towards a window player, which is great. Minute 30 left in the round. You got plenty of time to decide what you want to do. This is going to drag all of Navi over toward the mid. So, obviously, hindsight Harry, or mid-round just mind reader, you would like to group up and just run A after something like this. But Navi essentially handled this perfectly. I guess they know that they aren't going to get lurked out on. They're just going to all fight mid together here. Got Zaz walking over towards B. You actually do have a player over towards a ramp who I would love to see just walking up here. But your players aren't up con or anything, so there's no reason to do it yet. Now she's finally going to walk out ramp. The mid fight actually does go to 23. So now you've got a player out ramp. You could pretty much chill at mid until this player gets out. So let's see what Kat does here. She's got all the room in the world. There's nobody towards A right now. She could just swing con and win the round. But here we go. Good timing from Zaz. Just kills the con player because they know they have to fight. Navi knows they could be anywhere at this point. And she's walked all the way through A. So you just come back in now. It's a great round from Imperial. They got the kill over towards mid. They handled the mid aggression super well. They just got the picks, won the gunfights. By the way, Bit's 25-10 at this point. But either way, good round from Imperial. And now here's the change of pace from Imperial Female. What I said I absolutely wanted to see this whole time. They just run out A. Bit of a whiff from Bit, but Tori still finds the entry, but Bit's still on site. You got an Opera over towards jungle, and it kind of all looks like the A hit kind of all fell apart. Even though they get a person in the window, unfortunately they just didn't get enough kills today. If you get one more kill over towards A and the jungle guy doesn't hear you jump in the window, that could be a completely different round. But unfortunately, doesn't go the way of Imperial female. So next round is kind of unfortunate. They just don't get the kills. But okay, this is literally happening so fast that I don't have time to commentate on it. It's a minute 41 in the round, and Tori is up cat at the top at bricks. Just absolute speed run. And JL got on call with Onapixel after this video, or after this match rather, and he was like, I have never in my professional career seen anybody get up cat this fast. So it works out perfectly. Once again, this one thing that's been owning Navi is just this insane pace from Imperial female. And when they get these entries, just 2 of them, they're completely set. The only one round where this didn't work on Mirage is when they ran out A, only killed 1, and it was just unfortunate. Bit's got 27 kills at this point, by the way, so nobody else on, well, I guess Wonderful is doing pretty well and JL is doing pretty well, but they're owning Alexi B, and they're doing pretty well against Emma too. He's not even going positive despite being 5 rounds up, or he wasn't. Now he's 12-12, but 12-8 for Imperial female. And now, once again, they're going to try and change, or not change the pace, keep up the consistent pace, I guess, of just running out A, but you're against Bit. And Bit is one of the best Mirage players in the world. He can essentially do whatever he wants. He drops that Balk smoke for himself and can play around it. They got to run through it. It's so hard to clear under Balk, above Balk. Bit can be anywhere. And he's, I don't want to say the only reason they won Mirage, but he's a big reason behind it. And you could see by Navi's players, they're just pretty relieved after that. They're like, what the hell just happened? Why was that so hard? Tori, by the way, went positive on this map. Zaz, 92 ADR, not bad at all. But unfortunately, 3 of the players on the bottom did not do too well. 23, unfortunately, 5 and 17. And she was putting in good work on Ancient. So it was very fun to watch. Alexi B got owned, by the way, unfortunately. I would love to see this team again. I hope to see this team play again. I think if they just fix a few more things, they're playing like a tier 1 team already, but to win these matches, just fix those few things, make the rushes a little bit better. Don't play against Bit, who's going 31-10, and you're going to win these matches. 2.23 rating, by the way, but a lot of fun to watch. Check out the sponsor with that link at the top of the description. Support this team as well. Twitter, HLTV, their next match, do whatever you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.